Are you ready for anything that life throws at you? Life can be a very long road, it can be a very short one, we don't know. And I ask this question every single day. If today was your last day, Rowi, how would you live it? And that means I live every single day to the max, and it's not just a mantra that I share every day, it's how I want to live my life. How about you? But it's interesting because as an old lady, and I share that passionately and openly, a lot of people say to me, Rowi, why do you always say that you're an old lady? Because I am, and I'm very proud that I've lived a very long time on this planet and have had a lot of life experience, and I've learnt lots of lessons. And if there was an opportunity to be 20 again, I wouldn't be, because I love being an old lady. Why am I sharing this with you? Because when do you get to be young? When do you get to decide that you're going to stay young, fit and strong for the rest of your life? Regardless of your past when it comes to eating, exercise, health, medical challenges, is it possible that if you are fit and strong, that you'll be able to handle any challenge that gets thrown at you? You won't need to have luck. You won't need to have even medical intervention. And I share that very carefully. But one of the things that I've aimed to do all of my life is stay out of hospital, stay out of the doctor's office, stay off medication. I don't use nutritional supplementation. There's no drugs that I've ever taken. I don't like anything that isn't going to add value to my life long term. And of course, every medication has a side effect. It doesn't matter how good it is at the time. Every medication has a side effect. And if you go to the doctor, or if you go to the hospital, there's every chance you could end up sick. Too many people go to the hospital healthy and they come out sick. I'm just sharing with you some thoughts about if you want to be healthy, fit and strong for the rest of your life, what have you got to do that? And can you change that quickly? If it doesn't matter how old you are, can you get healthy, fit and strong for the rest of your life, regardless of how long that's going to be? And there's two parts to that. I started exercising when I was a little girl, and I've been exercising every single day of my life. I haven't missed a day of exercise since I was 10. So yes, I'm healthy, fit and strong, and I will stay that way for the rest of my life. That has been a plan, that hasn't been luck. But my mother was the reverse of that. My mother didn't start exercising until she was 74 years of age, and she had osteoporosis, cardiovascular disease, coronary heart disease, really bad asthma, and she was on a stack of medication. And by the time she was 80, she'd got rid of her osteoporosis, so we'd built back her bones. She was on 1/2 of a heart medication pill, and she was on 4 or 5 every day at 74. Everyone in her family died under the age of 60 from heart attack. My mother had 3 heart attacks, but she lived to 98 and died peacefully in her sleep. She completely turned her health and fitness around at the age of 74. She went from being a fat, old, sick, diseased lady to being a vibrant, healthy, fun, happy lady who was boxing and swimming, and she was sharing her story with her students at the Max International Colleges. Her life completely changed at 74. So when do you get to decide, when do we get to decide what our life's going to be like? Now, as I always share, at 10 I was fat, and I decided I didn't want to be fat. I wanted to be fit and strong for the rest of my life. So I started exercising. To me, that was just common sense and logic. And as I share, I've been doing that all of my life. But the journey for that's been interesting because I got caught up in what everybody else was doing. I got caught up in the 45-minute, 1-hour classes. I got caught up in long-distance running. I've run 21 marathons. And I'm not saying don't run marathon. What I am sharing with you is that to get fit and strong, to be able to run a marathon, doesn't require the pounding of your body and the hurting of your body and the endless hours of training. And I share that with you very passionately because when you study anatomy and physiology, not listen to the experts, not watch a podcast, not read a book, not, that person runs marathon this particular way, so that must be the way you have to do it because they're a marathon, they've won multiple gold medals in marathon running. What I found over my career path, and this has been my career path all of my life, so I share this very openly and passionately, I have screwed up my body, every joint in my body, and every exercise program until I learnt my anatomy and physiology was absolute crap. because I listened to other people. I believed other people to be experts because they had ripped abdominals, or because they had multiple university degrees, or because they were a doctor or a physiotherapist. I thought, oh, they must know. So I underestimated myself and didn't learn for myself. And then I overestimated the experts. And because I did that, I ended up with every single joint in my body is busted and broken from doing stupid exercises that waste your time and don't work, and in the long term will injure you, if not the short term. So why am I sharing this with you? I have had a passion all of my life. The reason I became a group exercise instructor at 13 years of age, and why I've been an exercise professional all of my life, is that day when I cut a very long story short, it was supposed to be school sports day, but because it was raining at my private boarding school, everybody had to come into a room together and exercise together because there was free water coming out of the sky. And the school brought in 2 group exercise instructors. Now, I had been exercising every day since I was 10, and I'd been doing sport at school that you have to do, but I didn't have a passion for any of that because none of it was giving me a result. I exercised for 3 years from 10 till 13 and didn't get a result. Then I got up off the ground, and obviously with music and movement and getting puffed, I had a brain full of endorphins and dopamine and serotonin, and I just felt fantastic. And that was the day I decided that I was going to be an exercise professional, and I wanted everybody in the world to feel as good as I did that day. Now, that journey has taken me through ridiculous exercise programs that are too long, dangerous, stupid exercises that wreck your joint, pounding to train for a marathon, so 20-kilometre runs, 30-kilometre runs, to run a 42.2-kilometre run. What I now know is that when you're fit and strong, you can go and do anything that you want to do. I don't do any long distance running at all anymore, but if I take my dogs out, I can go for an hour. Just recently I ran through, and I obviously live out in the country, so the roads are very long. I can take my dogs, the last lot was 2 hours. It's easy to do that when you're fit and strong, but I don't train long. I train short, hard and fast, because that's how the human body works best. If you want to live your life to the max, if you want to have a healthy, fit, strong body, a healthy, fit, strong brain, would you do that at 50% effort or 100% effort? And to me, that was the ultimate question. So what do I need to do to get 100% fit and strong so that I can go and do all the other things that I want to do? So that means my exercise program as an old lady is very short and very hard and very fast. 10 seconds of intense puffing, 10 seconds of intense lifting. I do 10 seconds of intense puffing several times throughout the day. It's only 10 seconds, so that's really easy. And I do intense lifting as heavy as I possibly can, as many times as I can for 10 seconds, as heavy as I can, to use every single muscle, joint, bone, ligament, tendon, joint in my body, so that my body is strong so that it can go and do all the things that it wants to do. Why am I so passionate about this? Because for all of my life, I've wanted people to be healthy, fit and strong, and I've made so many mistakes and screwed up so many things. And it's a simple process. Learn your anatomy, learn your physiology, analyse it for yourself. Don't listen to the experts. The experts disagree on everything. And I always use the examples. There's experts who say be a carnivore, only eat meat. Experts who say be a vegan vegetarian, only eat plant-based foods. And they argue. Only do 3 sets of 10. And these strength training experts argue and argue. The more reps you do and the more sets you do and the more volume you do, the stronger you'll get. And then there's other people who say, oh, you don't have to do very much because your body needs super compensation. Well, how about work it out for yourself? If you study your anatomy and physiology, you can work it out for yourself. And then you'll know that you can be ready for everything if you've got a fit, strong, healthy body. And the only way to get fit is to get puffed. The only way to get strong is to overload your muscles and bones. There's actually no argument about that. It's just the process that people argue about. But if you want to be young and fit and strong and be ready for everything or anything for the rest of your life, please don't rely on the experts because they argue. Please don't rely on other people's opinions. Please don't listen to me. Please learn it for yourself. Please learn how the human body works, because this is the only place you've got to live for the rest of your life. And I'm just so excited because I always tell people I'm 121 now. I just look good for my age. And being 121 and being able to hike all day, bike all day, work in the garden all day, be able to run with the puppies for 2 hours, they're the things that I want my life to be like for the rest of my life. So if you want to live your life to the max, be ready for everything because you're healthy, fit and strong. Could that be a bloody good idea? Woo-hoo-hoo! Super duper doo, how are you living your life to the max?